ladies and gentlemen, you guys liked how I watched some of the other older games or older tournaments and reacted to it. So someone gave a suggestion for me to watch my first tournament LAN victory. This was N4C, the tournament hosted by Nilly in Germany. And it was a LAN tournament, aka in-person tournament, which I ended up winning versus Linoctopus in the grand finals, the Korean StarCraft 2 gamer. March 13th, 2022. So this is long time ago, okay? This is this is 3 years ago, man.
Already into the
animation canceller. I think this is
seconds
post animation cancel, right?
And we're bringing you the very first
There's me.
final from N4C $100,000.
There's me right there.
Age of Empires LAN event. We've got a Holy Roman
Wow.
Empire mirror on Hillendale.
And professional YouTuber, I just found it too funny. I was trying to come up with facts. I looked at his Twitter, and there it said professional YouTuber. And
It's true.
In his profile.
It sounds like one of those things, you know, you get invited to cast an event or like play in an event, and they just pull the numbers on your Twitter profile. You wrote like 5 years ago.
Yeah. By the way, that's a joke, like professional YouTuber, because a YouTuber is a YouTuber. You know what I mean? Put a little bit more volume. Yeah, here we go. So this was me versus VortiX in the grand finals, and this is, by the way, when mirror matches were possible.
And yeah,
I don't want to watch. I want to talk over it, so I don't want to watch with too high sound, because then I won't be able to talk. But
here in the red trunks, in an
red trunks, love that. So basically, this was the time where you could play mirror matches, because there was not enough civs. There was only 8 civilizations. If you guys didn't know, maybe you're newer to Age of Empires 4. Dude, look at this overlay.
Not a single relic at the bottom, Dave. This will be
but this was basically only, so there was no Ottoman Malian, there was no Byzantine, there was no variant civs, there was no Knight Templar, House of Lancaster. It was only the first 8 civilizations. So because of that, you could get mirror matches because we didn't have enough civs. Look at that goblin fucking chapel. It's so funny to me how, like, our understanding of the game has changed so much. When you look at these games, you're like, what are these players doing? But that was what we knew the best, you know? At that time, that was what we were cooking. Like, look at this ass chapel. If I was playing right now, honestly, I would probably put this chapel like here, because chapel used to not be a drop-off location. So I'd probably put it like here to get the big gold, and I would just go there to say fuck it. Ooh, that's a juicy chat. Oh, wait, that's a 10. That's a 10 right there. Wait, that's a 10 right there. That's when I had good spawns. Let's see some animation gets in with the scouts. So you can see I have 2 scouts. No, he has 2 scouts. Sorry. Wait, am I red? Oh, I'm red. Oh, never mind. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I have a shit spawn. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. That I was confused there for a second. But you can see how bad the landmark positioning is, Ammo. Like, you know, stuff like deer pushing wasn't a thing. We didn't do that. Can we see minimap? Yeah, I could make that happen. So look at the map. It's fucking tiny. But people didn't push deer. Like, you pushed it maybe like here, but you didn't push it to TC. That was like, you know. And look at the scouts fucking killing villagers. That's when scouts did 2 damage, I think, per shot. So they were actually fucking butchering.
It kind of looks like.
And you see what the animation there is doing? So what's happening is the scouts are actually preventing the villagers from like mining. Look, you have to run away. This is what the game was like. Crazy times.
But still, I mean, the spearmen are just going to be sitting in BC's base. It doesn't feel like you need an archer range to counter those.
Also, archers not that crazy.
Oh yeah, they had heartbeat here.
They're just so fast getting.
That heartbeat. Look at VortiX. He's fucking, bro. He's gonna get a heart attack. Meanwhile, I'm dead.
Third age, it looks like VortiX is going to be a little bit ahead. Remember, BC invested into those spearmen.
Wait, these are
potentially a little bit. VortiX not investing.
VortiX? Wait, VortiX is blue. Okay, this is reversed. VortiX is blue, I'm red.
Both POVs here. Look at.
Yo, look at that.
Don't have a lot of fight. The keyboards are burning.
Lots of clicks early on. We see VortiX already heading out for that relic. He's gonna wait, and
but he had a fucking crazy spawn. He had a broken chapel. Come on. Look at this. You have to run with Prelate from a scout. That's how much fucking damage they did.
He's gonna be attacking that, pushing him away a little bit. VortiX is still sending out more Prelates. He's waiting for that age 3 to come in, and then he can pick
Keyboard and mouse cam? Oh yeah, that's true. I didn't even see that.
3 relics against
Kind of forgot about that.
Feels so good in this matchup. Like it's all
Look at me fucking chilling. Well, they're showing mouse POV for me. Look, I'm playing a violin over there. Or not a violin, you know what I mean.
But first, Prelate under quite some pressure. Now the question, do we send another one?
Look at that.
Seems like it.
Sheesh, look at my face, bro. I'm focused as fuck right now.
Okay. Maybe he lost one. It felt like this.
Okay, this is gonna take too long. I just realized this is 3 hours and 50 minutes. Holy fuck. Okay, we're gonna skim through this one. I actually don't remember some of these games. Some of the games I will remember, some of them I'll be like, huh? I actually don't remember who even won this or how it went. But the meta in HRE Mirror is just rush castle and then you mass fucking knights.
Beasty just a little bit late to that 3rd age, and he's got I think I saw him shaking his head a little bit there. He's got to be wondering, like, how is he so much faster? I wonder if it had to do with that chapel position.
That's right, it's broken chapel, that's why.
He will imp this one pretty soon. Archers are really good at defending this area, and then...
Were we both going fast Imperial? Yeah, we were both going fast Imperial.
Man, and VortiX... 2,300 gold.
Oh, dude.
Gold.
Wait, this was when Scout Nerf was after this tournament? Dude, this is when the relics were giving... Were they giving 300 gold a minute? It was, right? The relic in Cathedral was giving 300 gold per minute. One relic.
For Beasty.
One relic.
Beasty is just now going to get that 2nd relic in there. 1,300 food for VortiX, and the army numbers there for Beasty, they don't seem like they're enough to.
Yo, I'm cooking him. I'm cooking him.
For VortiX, healing up all the units. He was repairing the gate with some villagers there. No potential for an all-in here.
Oh no, Swabia. And I'm trying to Swabia too, but I got shit spawn.
On the way to him, obviously the market helped quite a bit there, but certainly really good.
You had so much gold, it's like you would always get a market and buy food.
So similar imp timings here from both players. Beasty with a little bit more map control. VortiX 4 prelates, Beasty 3 prelates, but
beautiful play by Beasty. And by the way, this is Hill and Dale. This is what Hill and Dale look like.
Grab some of these sacred sites to make up for that lack of gold and tries to
okay, let's skip through. Let's skip through a little bit.
Beasty goes for a forward wall there, a little bit ambitious, has lost all the villagers.
So what's my unit called? Mass Men at Arms land shit. He's got 33 land shits.
Still got those mangonels set up there. He looks like he's set up to play the long game. And as we know from Beasty, he's
okay. That's crazy.
Thinking about
that. The thing is, okay, I don't know if I won this, but I assume I did just because it's Imperial and.
Only 160 population by VortiX. I'm a bit surprised. Gold, not too crazy here, at least in the bank. Military upgrades now.
Yeah, I'm cooking him right now. Boy, he's going down.
Upgrades obviously Bombard now takes out.
But this was how HRE mirrors were played, by the way. You just rush Imperial, or you mass Knights in Castle.
Is that the only keep for VortiX?
Which is kind of how you play them these days too. But
Beasty has what, 4 or 5 keeps? And
that's
Beasty
right.
has stone.
That's right.
Stone walls everywhere. Beasty was repairing that forever, and Beasty is still on stone and has 1,500 in the bank. It feels like he has a much clearer idea.
What's up with that villager? Behind the...
Uh-oh.
Is he helping or is he
taunting.
not helping?
He's taunting the Lance Connect as they try and get into this game. Bodies there from Beasty. He lost a single cannon in that engagement, I think.
Top 150 only for VortiX. What's happening? We are floating
it's a distraction.
wood.
We're floating so many resources, and Beasty continues
6,000 wood, by the way.
Here's so many culverins there, sniping all the siege from VortiX, and VortiX calls it nearly before even a big fight. He just knew Beasty played that perfectly.
That's right. That's right.
That looked so clean.
Look at that sip.
Beastyqt full control.
That's an esports sip right there. That's right. That's right. That's an esports sip right there. Okay, we're gonna skip through the games. I'm gonna try to, if there's an interesting game that I remember, I will mention it. Why is my YouTube always loading like this? English
Yeah,
versus
that's close.
French.
Another horseman going down, those long
Okay, this is
range
when English
numbers
was
that
at a good
Beasty
civ.
was hoping for. Horseman and Archer chasing this
But
one
I
down.
think
There should be
VortiX
some
cooked
losses
me in
for
this one.
Beastyqt.
Yeah, and
He's
the Archers
destroying,
are
he's
faster
annihilating me
than the
right now.
Longbowmen, so they will be able to catch up. The Spearmen.
Oof, my
running
micro
cover
is
now
so
for the-
bad here.
For those
Fucking hell.
Longbowmen, and they're going to be.
Look
picked
how
off.
fast they
This looks
shoot,
like
by the way.
a
This
great
is
position.
pre like English nerfs. This is like pre nerf on the Citadel, pre nerf on everything that English has.
Here
Two
for
scouts
VortiX, and behind
for
this, he has
English,
the
by the
French
way.
Economy. Already has wheelbarrow. Has that
And
fast
this was
producing
super
TC, so
normal.
he
You
can
tower
afford
rush
the
with
big
English,
fights here
and you
take
even
even
get
trades
some
because
what's it
he knows
called?
his economy is going to be better. Horsemen all dying under the town center.
You even
but I believe,
upgraded a little bit.
Multiple villagers going down there for Beasty at home.
Look at the villager count.
37 to 24.
Why? How?
Wait, what?
It's French.
It's a destruction.
It was the two villagers forward. It was the two he lost on the wood
You
line.
can't even see, by the way, how many villagers killed and all that. This was a custom overlay. Like we didn't have, you know, an actual
Probably
overlay.
lost 3 there as well.
Sick. This is so good for VortiX. We felt like so much pressure was coming here with the.
Oh my god, how long does? Oh my god, this game went long. What the fuck? Wait, this game went like.
VortiX denying the area around his town center, and he's been punished for placing those farms back there, but I think he's going to be able to clear up these horsemen with the spearmen now.
Castle Age.
After the berries ran dry, he thought
Castle
about
Age. I'm trying to read this
and
overlay,
just
but it's so
sent some next
difficult.
to the farms, but in the end, also had to spread a bit more.
I got
there.
destroyed.
It's just now incredibly close, and
Sag.
13. He's going up for walls just as the army.
VortiX
from
French.
BC, we have horsemen.
It's funny how
Longbowmen,
VortiX even then played French like this.
not fully upgraded, right? We simply see VortiX with more upgrades. Some villagers are going to die.
It's a destruction.
But the knights are doing work at the front here, and
It's a
has he
destruction.
done all this work for it to end like this is the question I'm asking as the Rams come in.
It's like villagers in the gold exposed ramp.
Does the previous
Villager
experience make it
TC
less
can
likely
hold
to give
20
up this
villagers, by the way.
I came back from 13 villagers, and now I have still 40. But look at that, 2 military.
Woodline or anything like that? He simply has an economy
GG,
full
you can see
of
me
his
typing
enemy.
it.
I believe Beasty has given up, and what a wild game. Control over VortiX's woodline. He had military forward, and he was able to do something with it. They got cleared up, then he went full into horsemen.
What was game 3?
Does not go up.
Yeah, and he's bringing a villager across too, and he's sitting there right on top of the foundation with
Oh
the
god,
Beasty
Mongolian
is
heights.
trying to get the wall down, and now VortiX has a villager over there, so VortiX can get the preemptive wall.
Dude,
get
this
a gate
map
on
was
that, and have a way over to Beasty's island.
so
And
clowny. Roots versus
I guess
English.
mainland, from Beasty.
And
Wow.
this is good for VortiX.
Yeah, and it looks
Mongolian
like
Heights was like you had to wall off in Dark Age. The crossing, because there's only 3 crossings. It was such a weird
He's going
map.
to finish that wall finally, maybe drop a gate that way.
Who's leading?
Or sorry, BC is going
Oh,
to
I'm
finish
leading
that
a
wall.
lot.
And VortiX is dropping a wall of his own to that river area. So he's going to try and make himself safe for the longest
It's
amount of time.
Jover.
But like you
It's
said,
Jover.
the late game
Okay, let's show the last
is
game.
with the root.
Oh, dude, this last game was sick. Wait, I remember. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember any of these games. This game I remember, dude. Oh my god, this game was crazy.
Kicking in.
Oh my, dude. Okay, let me tell you about this. Let me tell you. This is cinema game. This is cinema game. So we go down to the wire. It's 3-3 semifinals, and like finals could have been VortiX versus Linux. By the way, I could have lost this. So I'm playing Abbasid versus China. Now VortiX didn't play China too much. Like it was one of his weaker civs. So
And
we're playing on
then
Altai,
the second
and I
game
was like, so China beats Abbasid pretty bad at the time. I remember, like Abbasid was farming Abbasid. China was farming Abbasid because China goes 2TC and you go 2TC or 3TC Abbasid, but they have like the nest of bees that are OP as fuck, and their siege is just better. And because the game was more campy, China was so strong. And China's weakness was like it died to English or French early on. But China against Abbasid was like really good because you could just camp and boom. So I was like, okay, I gotta do something. So I decide to go for 2TC. I go Eco Wing into do,
and I know he was
what is this,
running out
culture
of
wing?
gear.
And I was like, I'm just gonna do Omega push. Like, that was my plan. I'm just gonna do a massive timing, and I'm just gonna end it, okay?
Okay, he's got some.
So
very
watch this.
solid-
This
that's
game was
pretty-
cinema. I was trying to end the fucking
Scout
game.
now coming out from VortiX. This is a great.
Watch
play
this.
here to
Oh
put
yeah,
this
and
together.
Springles were anti-siege. So Springles were like, you know, yeah.
Get that extra vision on what's coming his way.
Yeah, and season the army. We are still in the
This is men-at-arms, by the way. There's no Gulams, okay?
point of
Gulams
view.
didn't
Look at
exist.
that, of VortiX. It looks like it's everything explored, but that's simply because.
So I'm just massing siege, and have in mind he has Springles with more HP.
Comfortable knowing that.
And you could
BC is gonna
wait.
struggle to
You could supervise this, right? You could supervise the cockwork, or am I wrong about that?
push
I
in
can't
here.
remember.
Medical shot comes in on the villagers.
Yeah,
Scout
Springles
goes
were
down,
killing
but he got
everything,
the
so I was
initial
like, okay, I'm just gonna go
information.
for it. I'm
He knows
just
it's gonna be
sending it.
men-at-arms.
So my worker split was like crazy amounts of wood and gold,
As well. So BC's food income is going to be.
and I'm
really
just sending it. I'm just running it down, basically.
I like
Dude,
with the Springles.
there's
there.
no heartbeat, but dude, I was like,
Might find a kill against the Scout.
because I knew that he's getting ahead and ahead and ahead because of 2TC song, right? So I was like, I need to win here, and I was steering, brother.
He's got to be really, really careful with his Springles if he tosses.
I was like,
too
I
many
just
away.
gotta have godlike Springled micro because his Springles got more HP. And I knew he's gonna run out of food, so I was trying to tower. I remember this. I was trying to tower him around to make sure he doesn't sneak out. So I was like, he just needs to run out of resources. Look, I got first Springle dead, and I was like, bro, that's big. That's big. That's big. That's big right there, boy.
All his opponent in. That wouldn't even be the.
12.5k guaranteed now.
Watch this.
They know
I'm just mass
that there's
Pringlesing.
So much
This was how the
pressure
game
on
was
their
played.
opponent as well, and both players. just
Springle at the time was
extremely
anti-siege?
calm
No,
right
Springle
now,
at the time was
trying to not
anti-everything.
make
It was
a
actually
single
killing
mistake.
units too.
We've got the keep coming up here from BC.
It was doing like
On that
40 or
hill.
50
It's gonna be
damage per
such
shot.
A difficult position for VortiX.
So now I was just like, I'm just gonna fucking send it. I'm just gonna siege him down.
BC's also walling off.
Look, he's no gold. I walled him in on the right side. You see that? Or I'm walling him here
BC is
too.
thinking about trapping his opponent.
That's right.
and
I'm
having
cooking
keeps
him right
up
here. I'm
on the
boiling
hill
him right
with
here.
his siege with his infantry to support. This is a very BC-like push. Very slow, very methodical.
That's right. That's how I used to play.
Keep, we saw that in his
That's how I used to play. Just very slow, very methodical, very siege, very like choke him out and shit. Now I'm just like, fuck you, I just fucking kill him in feudal. Look, and now he has no gold.
Keep coming on
He has
that
no gold. He's trying to break out.
With
The
all of
Pringles are running around.
BC. And does he?
Dude, I remember I was like, my heart was like, because if I make a bad move, I lose the game. You know what I mean? I see his wood line. By the way, I have a keep on his second wood line.
I
Watch this.
just saw the wood line for VortiX.
I see him trying to run around like a
The
punk.
wood line at the back is gone, and we talked about the other wood line location in the center.
Fight on the
here.
middle, fight on the middle.
This is going to be absolutely
And I'm
brutal.
targeting
Looks
like a god, 'cause
massive
that's when I was
Beasty
Siege
as he
Cutie.
comes in here with the Springles, gets even
Siege
trades
God,
with
that's what
those
they called me.
men-at-arms are now
They didn't,
working
but let's just
on
say they
them,
did.
And
The
VortiX's
units had
army
torches
is
back then.
completely cut
And
off
here
here
I was like,
behind. He's gonna need to secure
I'm
some
fucking
wood, but he's gonna
cooking.
need
I'm
some
cooking. He's got
army to
no
do so, and it
siege,
looks like
brother.
he'll
No,
lose.
he's just got crossbows.
Can't really hit and run because once
And
one
I'm
pushes, he
like
lose
fucking
everything.
upgrading these
And
towers.
now
I'm like, you
men-at-arms are
can't
chasing
fucking
him
leave
down.
this in
Really
my
rough
game now,
engagement.
punk.
It's horrible for VortiX. He needs a miracle.
And VortiX
It's-
knows. Look,
it's
you
good
can
that
see
he
it on
got those units
you can
back.
see it
I
on
was
players'
afraid of
faces
him
when they're
losing
losing.
everything, but he's gonna have some serious issues here with resources pretty soon. I think there was also an outpost was being denied. Now the villagers are being pulled.
I don't know if I was like celebrating here. Look at this. He's pulling the villagers, but the micro is too clean. Look at my food. I'm down in the oh no, that's his food. My food is still cranking.
We just need to see Beastyqt fully going for men-at-arms, purely going for crossbow. Some more
Look at
siege
this.
to that.
He
Villagers are
trying,
now
he
going
trying,
down.
he's
Beastyqt
cooking.
finally in the lead in villagers.
And he's pulling his
Oh my
men-at-arms
god,
back
he's
this
playing
way,
like a
and it
god
looks
right now.
like
What is
VortiX
happening?
is just
Cutie
down
Patootie is
here.
about to
He
enter
knows
the
he
grand
needs access
finals.
to those resources. He knows
But
how
VortiX
important they are,
microing like
and he's
a
struggling
snake,
to
like a
gain
machine right there,
control.
boy.
Looks like the wall is up there
Oh,
to the right
no,
side.
sucker
Beasty,
blood.
now he's walled in these mills. Does he said, okay, Send a monk
gates.
forward.
Bro,
grab
I
the relic,
walled his
and
ass
blow
in.
everything in that area.
He's building a
I
cage. He
walled
will
his
send
ass
some army
in.
over.
Have that in
He
mind. Look at
created
this. He's
the
pulling
prison. He
villagers to
created
kill the
death
towers.
trap
It's a
for all
distraction.
the gold villagers of VortiX.
Oh, yeah. Look at. Oh
goodness,
my
Beasty
god,
putting on
I
such a
can't.
performance here. VortiX
Uh-oh.
just trying to survive, and it's 2
Uh-oh.
men-at-arms. And they're gonna get inside there and start wreaking havoc.
Oh, that's a money
Oh,
shot.
what a shot there.
Okay, I just want to say, I did the money shot before it was even in the game. Watch this.
They're gonna get inside there and start wreaking havoc.
Ridiculous shots!
Oh, what a shot there from the Mangano.
Wait, let's play that again. Hold on. Actually, Crackety casted this game too, by the way. The Mongols are coming in. He
got it! No way! He actually got it! What? He got the... My god, no way! No way!
Now to
That's
reinforce
crazy.
this, but this is horrible for
Wow.
VortiX. He has no more wood to take.
Wow.
Huge.
Look at. Oh no. The man-at-arms are in.
We didn't really fully.
The tre-
realize what he
oh
was
my
doing
god,
shutting
the
down that wood line,
trebuchet.
but you bet that he did, and
Oh
now
my
the villagers are just
god, oh
panicking.
my
They're trying
god,
to get
no,
out
he did
of
not
this
do
situation.
that.
The
Oh
men-at-arms
my,
are
he
killing
walled
them
him
from
in like
behind, but I
that.
think VortiX will
Oh.
actually save a good portion of those villagers.
Oh
He's
my god,
still
the
got
villagers are
armor.
coming
He's
back.
Still pushing out, but look at his resources right now. 51 food, 90 gold, 280 wood, and 1 stone.
Oh my
VortiX
god, how does
is
he
trying
do
to
it?
make
Oh my
something
god, he's
happen
getting the
desperately. Even
relics
relics
too.
coming in from Beasty.
Oh, so good there, and Beasty will get at least 2. Now Springles are moving forward.
Springles
trying
are
to get
moving
the Springles
forward.
in the back. Mangonel's behind this one.
Ooh, gets the Springle. Oh my god, he's got so many units.
This could be the game-ending shots for VortiX.
This could be the money shot.
Tournament-ending shots for him. Mangonel shot
Oh!
against the crossbow, still dodging.
Yeah, great dodges there from VortiX. He's
Wow.
trying to snipe those Mangonels with
Dude, the
Springles.
villagers are still trying to kill
I
that
think
tower,
he's
by the way.
actually
How
going to get
depressing is
one
that?
here, but the Mangonels are still on the hunt.
The man-at-arms
Crossbows
are
still
hunting
up.
right now. Oh my god, there's
Mangonels are
units in the
going
back.
up.
He's
The
coming from
man-at-arms
every
pushing in
side right now.
from the cage. It
The
looks like a lot
Springles
of
go
villagers
down.
escaped there,
The
and
money
VortiX
shot
is just
lands.
desperately trying to survive.
Oh
He's losing
my
more and more
god.
units, though,
And
it doesn't
cutie
look at zero
patootie,
food.
the tower
VortiX, he just
stands.
doesn't have the resources to replace them. I think
Oh
he's going to
my
call it
God.
GG, and I think Beasty is through to the finals of N4C.
Wow.
Oh, baby, what a performance from Beasty here.
Oh, look at all the idols, and VortiX knows there's nothing
Damn.
more he can do. Sends the last units in. Villagers are going
money
down.
shot again.
And Beastyqt will play against the winner of Marine Lord and Lenok later on. Big Mangonel shots again, sending in the last villagers here to give it a worthy
He doesn't
battle
wanna
for a
give up.
great series.
And here we go with all of the villagers trying to take out that Mangonel. It looked like VortiX was about to give up there, but maybe he was thinking about the previous games with Beasty.
Yo,
and a
let's
big
go, baby.
double fist bump there from Beasty as
That's
he
right.
takes it and goes through
Wow.
to the finals. Huge result for him. Great effort there from VortiX in that series. It was long, it was drawn out, it was fought
Wow,
well
what
for
a
both
fucking
players,
gamer.
and,
7 more
Beasty
minutes, guys.
deserves
It's all over
to be
soon.
in the finals.
It honestly felt like both deserved to be in the finals.
Okay. Now, this is me versus Linoctopus. Now, this finals was a best of 9, right? Wait, was it a best of 9 or was it a best of 7? It was a best of 9, and it was shorter than the VortiX one.
Grand finals for N4C, the one.
And there's the goat. You hear the goat?
Tournament spawning in on the
It's
south side
Drongo.
of the map. We've got Beastyqt playing as the Rus.
And he is opening with 2 scouts, pretty standard.
2
Already
fucking
pretty
scouts.
Early Doc here in the center will get quite some control.
Wait, what did I
Also
play
finding
here? Oh, I
great
played
solution
Rus.
for himself, Mongolian Heist, as we all know. The map with
So this was the weakest map for Lenok, by the way. Like, the weakest map for Lenok. And we played it first.
Yeah, it's definitely a
This
great-
was a super one-sided game. Like, when we played this map 1, I was like, bro, I'm fucking chilling. Rus was unbeatable, considered unbeatable in this map, by the way.
Are beginning to build, and we can actually see a Mangonel in queue for Beastyqt.
Oh, and obviously Mangonel's crazy.
Yeah, this was like considered so Rus favored. And by the way, that's how ships shot back in the day. Watch this. You see that? That's how ships were shooting back in the day. And if you didn't know, every civilization at the start of A4 have different types of attacks and different costs. And most of them were awful unless you were playing French. French hulks were broken, everything else was trash.
that. Linok always needs to be on his toes. Third relic now coming in. Beastyqt. Feels like he's in full control.
Yeah, it definitely seems.
Yeah,
that
this
way.
was like super
We see
one-sided
the-
game. I remember he was like trying to push me in
towards
feudal or
North.
something, and it
Longbows
just
can't really
like did not work. And by the way,
Some landmarks of those
I
are to the
was
front.
listen.
But
I
that's
was
starting to see
CG cutie. I
already.
admit.
So we
I
will see
admit.
Beastyqt already
Watch
killing
this.
two
This is how I
landmarks
used to
quite
push people.
easily here.
People hated playing
Young
against
Palace
me.
was at the front as well, right?
I know that for a
Look at
fact.
that.
People
Three
hated
landmarks.
playing against me. Look at
Yeah,
this.
so
This is how I
United does
push.
have that King's Palace
I get an
towards the back, so
advantage.
nice and safe up
I ain't
there.
dropping
If
it, brother.
things do get bad, he's going to have that. Oh, and now we actually see Lenok moving around the side here. Not going for a little
Watch
bit
this.
right here, we see
Double keep wooden
huge amount of
fortresses.
military up towards
Bro, I did the Louis
Straight
before
coming in.
Louis
Look at
did
that.
it.
More amongst
Look at
scouts,
this.
it
I was
plastered
Louis.
the
Oh my
ball
god, wait. Wait, Louis is just
earlier.
copying me from 2022. What the fuck?
It's all this, but that won't be great news. I think Beastyqt can even be a bit more aggressive towards the
So the pillar
cavalry is coming in.
Wow.
be focusing down these gates
Look at
at the
this.
front.
Oh
You can
my
see
god, the
spears coming
Strelts here are
into surround them. It
farming.
looks like
Oh yeah,
Lenok,
yeah. Where are you going, brother? And now he just
unfortunately,
re-wall.
not having-
Back of your base.
Oh my
Beastyqt
God.
might have struggled quite a bit because he didn't have the mobility.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's really hard to play. And now we see another.
Watch this. Watch this. You guys
To
ready?
clear up this siege in the center.
Yeah, but it's just so difficult to do. It
Ooh.
looks like there might have been a bit of a gap in the wall. I don't think he was prepared. Those cavalry units.
Look at
but
this.
third-
I'm
third
just
landmark
sieging
that
his
we
ass
put
with
down
trebs,
here.
and I
Beasty
get
playing
Springles
very
to
slowly,
defend my trebs.
very easily.
This is how I used to play. I just like choked my opponents out,
Remember,
and then
behind the
like I
scenes,
took full
5
map control. Then I
relics
just siege
and a
pushed them, and
sacred
they
sites.
All the
were
production back
dead.
here. Let's take a look back over towards Lenok.
Because most people siege
Because right
micro
now,
wasn't
Beasty's
that
been
good,
chasing him
and
away
I
from this
practiced it a
position. You can
lot.
see the next
Look.
keep goes up right on top of it.
Fucking hell.
Palace
Okay, I
is
was
at the
playing
top.
like an
We're in the
asshole.
POV. Still no vision. Still no vision. And
Oh, he's looking. You can see that Trebuchet moving forward.
Yeah, I was playing
Scouting
like an
Trebuchet.
asshole. What can I say? I was
take
a
game
punk.
number 1, and Lenok didn't really expect it.
Yeah, Lenok's still sitting there. You can see him microing
Look at
out his
Beastyqt. The game's not
villagers.
over.
The game's over.
Yeah, okay, that's kind of style points. Okay, that's kind of style points. Watch this. Watch my camera. That's kind of style points. The game is still going.
Beastyqt might take game number
Well,
1,
at
and
least
Lenok
you
didn't
were
really
as
expect
That's
it.
kind
Lenok's still
of that's
sitting there.
kind
You
of
can
you
see him
know.
Look
microing
at
out his
Beastyqt. The game's not
villagers.
over.
The game's over. Lenok did not expect that. Lenok barely paying attention there. You saw the villagers move at the last second, but Beasty was already sipping the chocolate milk.
Wow.
It was, yeah. Look
Oh
at
yeah,
this. He's
there was a chocolate milk meme, by the way, because Multimate thanks for Chorizo. Because I was drinking
second,
coffee
Beasty was
out
already
of
sipping the
a
chocolate milk.
glass cup,
Lenok barely paying attention.
and everyone called it. Someone was like, "What is he drinking?" And I don't know if Ozzy said it or Nilly, but they were like, "He's drinking chocolate milk." So it just became a thing.
You
Like I
saw
was
the
drinking
villagers move at
chocolate
last
milk
second,
the whole
but Beasty
tournament.
was already sipping the chocolate milk.
Wow.
It was, yeah. Look at Beasty. He's sitting there. He's like, Lenok, I expected so much more from you. I expected so much
That's
more
not
from
what I
you,
said.
Lenok.
No,
Very
stop.
Well played there by Beasty. So methodical. Not a single mistake made.
Okay, what game was this? I remember this. I remember these games, by the way.
Into that gold woodline area.
French versus
Like we
Mongol.
said, both goals
Okay,
are nice
Lennox
defensive, but
Mongol
if we
was
see it's
really
ours,
strong.
actually want to-
Lennox Mongol, he beat Marine Lord's French with Mongol, which at the time,
Look now on Beasty's perspective. He should be spotting.
Marine Lord's French was like insane. It was like the best by far. So I was playing French versus Mongols, and I was kind of like, uh-oh. But then something really weird happened. Lennox did the weirdest fucking tower in the world.
This wood line.
I'm surprised.
Like, so he came here to Tower Rush, right? This is, by the way, this is King of the Hill. If you're wondering what map this is King of the Hill. This is what King of the Hill looked like. Look, stones are all here, golds are all here, and then the wood lines. Yeah, this is King of the Hill. So, so instead of him just putting the first tower here, he for some reason put the first tower here, and I was just like, okay, because you don't have another wood line.
Hitting these villages. I guess he doesn't have arrows.
Like, there's no other wood line. I have to go super far for the other wood line. So I was just like,
So
okay.
he's going home because he didn't have enough sheep at home. Didn't go for the pasture, so felt like, okay, I need to drop off the sheep. And those towers.
Tete, what's
they're
up?
only a
What are
bit
you
slower.
building? Yeah, the Sabaton is ending,
Move away.
Tete.
The big question though.
Yeah, the Sabaton is ending,
What
Tete.
would
Right
he
now.
move? Archer range first.
Look at all of the villages.
So anyway, this goes on. The tower doesn't do much. The game
Mountain
extends.
finally going down. Good.
Khan's
That's
dead.
what I say, Millie. That's what I say.
Well,
Khan's
if you're
dead.
a Beastyqt fan, then for sure.
Also, like, you know, like going out on resources, unless you're like French or some aggro civ, you didn't really do it as other civs. Like, you didn't really do it as Mongol. You just make pastures. As English, you just make farms. So it wasn't really common to go on the map like we are today and secure parts of the map and stuff like that. That wasn't a thing.
If you hate Mongols, then for sure. If you
Guys,
are
Sabaton,
Chile,
2
not
minutes.
so much,
It's
but
over.
I think the Khan might spawn maybe a minute after Linok is reaching cast rate.
It's Jober.
Lying with its face on the ground, getting taken out by one of those sprinkled outposts, and you can see just how much work is happening behind.
We're gonna
the
pause and do the
workshop gonna be going
countdown.
down, so not even looking to go into improved siege engineering just yet. Might also be getting the upgrades as well. But
Dude, it's so hard to read this
Lean on
overlay.
at
61 workers
Still
was
behind on the
50.
villager count, about 11. But there's a lot going for him.
So yeah, basically on this map, the... Oh, never mind. Yeah, never mind. Super Gary Deluxe, thanks so much 10 gifted, and we're back. Yep, and we're back. Yep. Yep. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Now we don't gotta steer about that. We can continue watching this. So the meta here was like you make a keep on the middle. So like Mongol was really good early on against French, but the longer the game goes, you make a keep on the middle, and it was like so hard to break. But Mongol trebs, if you guys don't know, are complete ass. So once you get the keep in the middle, it's like super hard for Mongol to break. Oh my god, it's a destruction. It's a destruction.
Getting hit in multiple places. It looks like
Oh
Spear's
my
gonna be coming out
god,
to
look
deal
at
with
this.
it.
Oh my,
Couple
he's
Spears
everywhere. He's all over the place. And cutie
Looks like
patootie.
60 eating up one cavalry unit.
He's eating right now. He's eating good tonight. 93 villagers with 2 town center with the sacred site ticking right now.
Beastyqt in the last game had 5 relics. In this game he has 4 again. Could maybe think about collecting the one at the right hand side. He certainly scouted that.
Damn, boy. Look at the walls. Bro, I'm literally like Louis fucking hell. Or actually, Louis is now like me.
He's getting
It's
so
like
much
I
done
used to
for
be.
himself to maybe even hold it.
Let's look at the last fight. Molly, CNY, thanks so much guys for the resubs, appreciate
To
it.
make something happen, and Beastyqt, the longer he trades of army, the better it is.
Show
for him.
must go
He
on.
has the defensive advantage here with all
Thank you.
those defensive buildings, and the knights are finding.
Oh, look at this push. Look at these sprinkles. And by the way, these are not sprinkles like today again. These are anti-siege sprinkles. Look at this crank.
Manages to miss the most of them, and you can see
Oh,
he's
this was
forcing them
scary,
back
but
on
he's
that
running in
network
between
buffed
2
up to
keeps, by the
running
way,
underneath
so...
the double keep here. We see the boiling oil come out on top of them. The siege mass really starting to build now for Beastyqt. He looks to try and defend this position at the same time, kiting back towards those keeps.
Wow.
He's got 3 keeps here. The first one does go down. Mangonel's going to be going down, but at the same time, all of the military from Leanok getting wiped out. He's got 50 military.
It's a
population
distraction.
at the
Oh
moment.
my god, that's a money shot.
Towards the sacred site, and the sacred site still yet to be captured.
Beastyqt, what a perfect defense. Indeed,
Wow.
110 military flying in, now below 40.
Oh my
Managing
god,
to
and he
shut down
harasses
Leanok,
as
sends
well.
his army back to deal with it. Yeah,
Oh
another
my-
keep by
how
four,
does
but
he
look at
do
that.
it,
So many
man?
Springguards to deal with those traps.
So many Springles coming
How
in.
does he
Beastyqt
do
just
it?
on an absolute clinic today. This
Wow.
is why the French are #1 on this map. This is why you see them picked so often here. Beastyqt playing incredibly
Wow.
well, wins the game, goes up in the set 2-0.
Ooh, double fist.
Chocolate
bump.
milk?
Look at that. Pretty happy with that. And yeah, he's just razor focused. in this
Really,
game.
yeah, really incredible
Leanok
stuff.
not liking that. What map is this?
Managed to
Yeah, bro, the game is way better now, let's be honest. Oh, this game. Okay, the game is way better now, as you can see. Like, the game was in a pretty ass state. This is like 6 months after the game released, okay? 6 months after the game released is when I won this tournament. Dude, I don't even want to try to remember how Delhi worked, but I know that Delhi was not considered a good civ, right?
Production out of his stable, out of his
I actually can't remember.
Yeah, and we can see Beasty going to be collecting some sheep.
Elephants were
on the front
ass.
line as well. So a couple of Leanok sheep over towards his side.
Elephant, Mastel, things are 15. Elephants were ass. There was bugs with some things.
Of course, the landmark goes with no Tower of Victory shenanigans today.
Well, not today. We saw it.
Tower of
We did
Victory
see it
was
little bit,
considered a
only when you're
meme.
forced to do it though, and it looks like the stable does get
Dome
scouted
of
by
Faith
Beastyqt here, so
worked
he knows
differently.
exactly what his enemy is up to. And at the same
Sacred
time,
Sites gave
Leanock is
more
producing a
gold,
whole bunch
but
of
Ghazi
stuff
Raiders
on the
didn't
right-hand side of the
exist.
screen. Still yet to get some
Ghazi Raiders didn't exist, but the healing was broken. The healing was broken back then.
Economic upgrades and now
Yeah, I don't know if... I think the Spears did brace here, but I can't remember. Pro Scouting was not a thing, by the
A
way.
bit like that. What's happening here with the deer? Beastyqt was a bit indecisive on what side of the forest he wanted to get home. Now with the
In English was considered a top civ, so... yeah.
Composition.
But he wasted his English on the Mongolian heights, so that's kind of a problem.
Yeah, we'll probably...
So this game I actually get wrecked. And I have like a crazy comeback.
This makes way more sense.
Delhi was first banned in this tournament? Are you sure?
Survival technique's going to be coming through for him as well.
Wasn't...
so probably be
Wait, wasn't it... No, wait, wasn't it... Delhi was first banned and then people started banning Mongols? Or was it the opposite? Yeah, I don't know if this is when Delhi got fixed or when Delhi was still shit. I actually can't remember. I know that the tournament started with everyone banning like either Delhi or Mongol, and then nobody banned it anymore. It banned the other one. Delhi was free win? Okay, I don't remember actually.
Horticulture, but...
Okay, anyway, he fucking owns me. I'm gonna try to find when he fucking owns me.
The Delhi would want to have all three sacred sites.
So 34 workers versus 35.
That's super early then.
Oh yeah, and it was very common for you to wall off the sacred sites against Delhi. You know how Delhi walls the sacred site? It was common for you to wall off the sacred sites. Just so they can't cap it.
Consider them to be one of the better civilizations of contesting those sacred sites, and we really see why English just having such a strong sacred site at the top neutralized.
Yeah, the single longbow going up there and doing exactly what
Thank
he
you.
needs to do, just denying that gold from coming out. He's going to have to, you know, APM another villager or another scholar up towards that direction. Look right.
Wait, these are not Ghazis, right? These are just, yeah, these are just their
Oh
horsemen.
no, that scholar, if that goes down, he delays it even further. They're committing to it. It doesn't look like the arrows get off.
Wow.
And the scholar's going to be okay. The sacred site gets captured.
Okay, this is where I get pushed.
Maybe feels okay. I don't have enough gold to go for mass man-at-arms anyway.
Oh yeah, he just rams and he fucking mows me down. I'm aging up here. Oh no, he's aging up. He's aging up. My food and everything is dog shit.
Coming in at the front side, you can see all of these,
Watch this.
spears
He
or
butchers me. And I remember I was like thinking, I'll just stay in the game because it's a best of 9. So I'll just stay in the game to try and make him like tired or something like that, because I had like good stamina to play a lot of games and a lot of hours in a row. So I was like, okay, this is a loss, but it is what it is. And then I started believing.
Upgrades, those juicy economic upgrades.
Could maybe go for the sacred side at the top.
Then I started believing.
Still walled in. And Leanock, as you can see, nothing in the queue. This has to be a tech switch. What is he going for? Is it going to be Lancers? Is it going to be...
So he's butchering me here. My farms are going down. It ain't good. I lose some villagers. He's castle. He's got 2 sacred sites. Sacred sites gave more gold, by the way.
Didn't really press the production yet.
Not yet, don't worry. How many barracks did we see? Like,
He's making man-at-arms right now.
Good snipe by Beasty.
he's done a great job. Force march now coming through as well for Leanock. He's got to be careful. Villagers up on this high ground here. Couple berries, got to be careful. But now we see he's also getting that +2 range defense as well.
Population dongle. Look at that. What's happening
I
here?
like Neely's casting, actually.
Down a little bit. He's got a lift right now. He's got plenty of resources in the bank because he's got 5 men-at-arms on the way.
Another scholar could die.
Oh, it's not.
How many scholars did he lose in this game? Like 6, 7 already, and we're only 17 minutes in. Men-at-arms now need to take the fight. Horsemen are coming in as well, but that's not enough numbers. He will lose more villagers.
Yeah, the men-at-arms going to be pushing forward.
Look at the
These
longbows
guys
fucking
still get to
cooking.
Their +2 upgrades.
Man-at-arms now
Have 5
cranking.
on them up against the 7 of the longbows. So doing 2 damage a pop those longbows, it's not going to be enough. You can see
The attack speed is cooking.
Aging up as well. So just yet for Beastyqt. We'll take a look, and yeah, no siege engineering just yet. So probably going to have to go into trebuchets.
Oh, there's like a keep in front of my base.
Relation still pretty close, and I'm shocked how little sacred side control we had for Linux in this game.
And this is what Beasty was saying. He said even though Linux is a very good player, he hasn't played a lot of Delhi, so it means he's...
Oh yeah, oh, that's right.
Sending out a single...
That's right. You're right, whoever said earlier. Delhi is was OP, but Linux didn't play it a lot. I remember now.
Economic upgrades, something that...
Linux mistake, or was it just the beauty of Beastyqt, who was so active, who actively walled in landmarks, who actively tried to...
So Linux is now 2TC.
Early game, so
He's like keeping around my base, like I'm stuck in my base kind of thing. And then the rate, look at this, another game.
1200 stone for...
Okay, we're gonna speed up. He's too long right now.
He's still got the Delhi.
And then the raiding starts happening.
Oh my god, another raid coming in now.
The English knights start roaming on the map.
Live. What is he achieving? Look at that.
Oh my god, he is cooking right now, this guy.
He has the front control, but maybe needed wards behind.
Oh yeah, and the elephants were... I don't know about ranged elephants, but melee elephants were trash.
As well. There's going to be no way that he can contest that, and we can see the Springles having to fall back on that front line. And now Beastyqt just continuing to raid Linux, more than double the villager count right now, 84 versus 42. It's not looking pretty for Linux.
Oh, this is so good
wow.
for Beasty.
Wow. IMAP, thanks for church 19.
Now goes onto some stone, maybe gets a keep on the center himself.
Yeah, if he can...
No, they didn't have splash damage, for sure. The melee elephants 100% did not have splash damage. That was added a lot later. This game went on a while, bro. Holy fuck.
His book here, in that he's got a decent massive siege beginning to build up, and now those spears coming in from the north.
Look at me on the hill, just cranking.
Springald's looking to try and do damage, but keep in mind, we've got this...
Cranking right now.
And you can see those Springalds coming up forward for a bit of a Springald hug. They're going to be trying...
Oh, there was a bug. Okay, watch this. You see these Springals? You see what's happening? They're just running forward.
And you can see
there was a bug. You see how this is a hill? Springals could not shoot through the hills. So this Springald cannot shoot there because there's a hill, and they just didn't work. So your Springles will sometimes run into the enemy army. Look, you see that? Look at the Springle just standing there. You see that? Because he can't shoot, and it has to go up to shoot.
Linux is pushing this one back, indeed. Only 30 population behind now. Man-at-Arms obviously good against Longbows. Elephants great against Longbows. Those Mongolots won't really find the efficiency because there are not a lot of units out. Now Springles are pushing top.
And now the Man-at-Arms coming in.
A little bit curious.
Push him back, he said. Oh, that's my Berkshire right there, destroyed.
These traps got to move back because I tell you what, there's not a lot of units here to defend them.
Oh, I might have skipped.
The units here to defend them.
Look at the queue by Beastyqt though. Elite Man-at-Arms and 22 in the queue. What's happening there? Observer could maybe show us, but it doesn't really matter. Beastyqt
3-0.
Double fist pump has to
chocolate milk down.
3-0 against Delhi.
Against Delhi on his English as well. Unvictorious English. I don't know if that's a word. I don't think that's a word.
Unvictorious? Was real English bad at the time? I don't think it was.
Out. He is now victorious against Linux Delhi. It looks like Linux might be coming out just to...
Guys, I want to show you this part.
English as the
Look at Drongo nearly chads. They played they recorded Mista how he does his setup. Watch this. Watch this.
I'm here with the Mista, and he...
Mista has the weirdest fucking setup you can see. Watch this.
He's very picky when it comes to his setup, and he wants to give us some more intel. Mista, what are you thinking about? What do you care when setting up for a tournament game?
Nah, it's obviously really important to have my fans together.
So he has 2 fucking fans, by the way.
And I always have one guy charging while the other guy is working. Now I have some distances here that are actually from my own house. So I always want my mousepad to be in a kind of pointy way towards me at this distance. And half of this distance is the distance of my monitor. So I can always have the same distance with my my point of view. Now, as you can see here, I'm actually having my monitor slightly to the right, and that's because it gives me space to use my mouse. I had to adjust this box. I had to get these boxes in order to raise the monitor because I always...
Bro, I remember he was searching for boxes, and then he had to go ask the production to give me boxes or like books. but you have to be the perfect length. And then he found these two, and he was like, "Oh my god, that's perfect." Look, he has. Do you see this? He has. I think this is coins under the fucking monitor because he needed a little bit extra.
Like my eyes to meet the top of the screen. That helps my back.
That's important, actually.
And also using some a trick here. I'm using three €2 coins here in order to level up the screen, because from this side it's not touching anywhere, so it was uneven. And unfortunately, I've learned to play with the keyboard really far away, so it's really important that my elbow does not touch the desk, or else you can actually hurt your elbow. And
wait, that's not true. Wait, that's not true. I'm pretty sure you want your elbow on the table.
Nice Sabantan Beasty.
Thank you, B2222. If Mista said it, it's true. Alright, fine.
That's the main thing. It's the distance of the screen and the distance of the keyboard, and it's really important for me that my hand half touches the desk and the other half is touching the mousepad, because I have slightly sweaty palms. For obvious reasons, I'm using the fan because of that. And it's really important for me to always count the distance of the movement from my wrist when I have the half of the wrist.
Oh yeah, by the way, you see this? He was asking if they have an old monitor. So he was trying to find a way to reduce the size of the... You see this? This is how he plays. Without the... He's not full screen. He like reduces the resolution on purpose.
The desk, so I don't have to move my wrist.
Fascinating.
And the mouse doesn't move.
With a smile in the end there.
Wow. Wasn't that just absolutely beautiful? I can't believe the extent he goes to make sure his setup is perfect.
Yeah, and he also crops the game.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want to move his head that much.
Wow, we got to get this guy a 17-inch monitor for the next one. That is
types. You need so many upgrades if you're fighting against 3 different...
Oh, this is me playing Delhi.
All the upgrades, basically, and that's just so much better.
Wait,
for
what
Delhi.
the fuck? Camel Archer opening?
Here.
Okay.
Now some pressure at the front. So far, no real answer to Camel Archer, though. Pushes the Delhi player away from berries. Linok with a nice opening.
Yeah, nice
little
little
Linok
opening
was
here
good
with
Abbasid.
sensing that there might be a bit of an opening, and indeed there was. Beasty going to be trying his best to defend. We see him going for survival techniques into professional scouts as well. So curious, he has actually got horticulture in on the way as well, so probably going to be looking to pick that one up first. But yeah, very nice opening from him here. We can see the military mass beginning to build from Beastyqt at this point, but
what happened here? Was this the most replayed?
Take a look, Horseman still trying to jump.
Look at Delhi. Look at good old Delhi, brother. Still play the same way.
Do a lot right now for Beastyqt, and that's why I would probably love to see some more Horsemen out by Linok here.
Yeah, definitely seems like the composition not working out for Linok right now. So many horsemen out on this map. Beastyqt looking very strong. Sacred Site to the south getting captured up. More scholars moving out. They got to be careful not to get picked off. You see the Camel Archers doing so well to take them down, trying their best to focus down that scholar. Walks away with a couple of health points on it left. If he didn't have the party upgrade, I don't think he would be surviving today.
Linoctopus is on 2TC right now.
This is tricky now. What's the transition going to be? Do you want to stay like this? Linok actually goes for a second town center, and I have to question that, because that will take pressure off the center and will allow Beastyqt to get control over most likely 2 second zones.
The issue is if he doesn't go for the second town center, then he doesn't have a victory condition, because Beasty's always going to be 2 steps ahead of him.
Why is this the most replayed? Nothing happened.
He's going to have those technologies as well. So that's why. So now you can see the Sacred Site up.
Need to be controlled. Just neutral there, so it's 1 sacred site right now for Beastyqt.
It says most replayed right here.
Otherwise looking pretty good for him. Look at that. Close to double the count.
Yeah, this is Yeah, this is not looking good for Leenock. I'd love to take a look and see Beasty's base because he's just pumping out these horsemen like absolute madman. And look,
That's right, not Ghazi's horsemen.
As well, very open. You see the horsemen moving around. Going to be able to take out that camel. And this is part of the reason why camels at this point in time aren't the strongest. And now moving in, he's...
Indeed, Scholars now to the front, going to take some fights. Are running away because now the
Look at them
Springboks
elephants,
are
boy.
and those
21 elephants! Okay.
completely uncontested. So many spearmen are going down, and then the elephants become so much better.
Yeah, we can see the Manganos having to run back, and now more elephants coming in. If you wanted to see elephants, then you've got it, because Delhi are coming out, and there are so many elephants here for Beastyqt.
Oh, what a beautiful push by him again. Yeah, some Scholars went down, but the Sprinkles after this one just helped out so much with all the Mongols. That's why they were never saved. Can I shoot here? They didn't really want to die.
Yeah, that was exactly it. They didn't want to die, but 5 relics there for Beastyqt in a single mosque. He's looking incredible at this point in time.
I'm on his
Pulling
bears.
ahead on the village account as well. Still looks like just that one town center, as you said, it's going to be coming out for him, so not thinking about that second one just yet. Do we see village fortresses coming out just yet for Beasty?
I don't really think he needs it. Look at that. 3 minutes, 45 seconds. The counter.
Look, I wall him in.
Where does Leenock even try to squeeze through? Where does he want to go? He needs to get a unit there.
This is
all walled off.
This is so perfectly played by Beastyqt. He's done such a great job throughout this game. Hasn't made a mistake. And I mean, that's really been the highlight of this series, not making a single mistake, a very methodical
You know what I'm
playstyle.
noticing? Okay. I don't mean this at anyone specific. But the casting back then and the casting here, or casting now, is completely different. The casters are so focused on calling out the right plays and the good plays, and like it's not like, oh, Leenock's making a terrible mistake, oh, he's dead. It's like highlighting the positives. You know what I mean? I feel like these days it's completely the opposite. I feel like the negative is also always highlighted. Like, oh, he's making a mistake. Oh, he has idle time, right? But in all these like games, both Nili and Drongo are doing such a good job just highlighting the good stuff. They're not making Leenock look bad. They're making me look good, which is, I talked about this before, but I feel like that's what casting should be, right? I mean, Nili is a really good caster, to be fair.
Throughout the day, so unfortunate for Leenock.
Obviously, he's casted in AoE too a lot.
3 minutes and
a lot.
Beasty's had the chocolate.
Incredible.
Wait, what is the chocolate milk?
Not looking good for me. You will go up 4-0. Beastyqt looking incredibly strong.
It's got to be the difference is the chocolate milk, I feel. Beasty's had the chocolate milk throughout this series. Leenock on the other side, no chocolate milk. So really begs the question, is it the next potential doping drug that gets banned out, the chocolate milk?
We will look into that together with the Esport Foundation against doping. It looks a bit too strong right now.
It looks very strong. Chocolate milk, probably going to have to get banned out in the next tournament, I suspect. But
chocolate milk.
Game 4 going over to Beastyqt as well. A lot of people in the chat.
Okay, guys,
right
don't look at this, guys. Don't look at this. So next game I lose.
He's well on his way up to
and what's
castle,
funny is I played Mongols, which that was the best. Like, that was my best civ. I was like the Mongol. Like, I was the best with Mongol. I mean, not compared to the other players. I don't remember that, but like that was my best civ by far. And I lost the game with fucking Mongols.
Pretty similar, but the burden is definitely going to be on him to get control of those.
I remember I tried to... What the fuck did I try? I tried to, like...
He wants all 5.
Yeah.
I, like, made towers in front of his base, and I tried to hold him in and go fast imp or something like that. I can't remember. And I completely butchered it.
Leenock knows. Beastyqt is coming in for an attack. Beastyqt needs to find some...
I can't... I just remember... Yeah, look at the towers. Do you see the towers on his base?
The time so you can catch up very, very easily.
And
You
he's
need to have the full
Imperial.
eco at one point, though. I think Lennox should
I just
use the
didn't do
mark a bit
anything.
more.
He's Imperial, and I remember I failed an attack, but I don't know what I
Dies
did
with those
exactly.
Elite Knights completely wrecking you apart. But Beastyqt with all his map control, all the vision, he constantly
I'm
has his eyes on
H4.
the minimap and reacts perfectly.
Yeah, he's doing such a great
I
job
think
of
back
just
then you
keeping
went
his
white
enemy,
stupa every game,
out of his
right?
base, so really well done. Considering he doesn't have walls, the outposts are doing a great job of giving him that early heads up, and he's not missing a beat.
Yeah, you went white
Bit of
stupa, I'm pretty
range on
sure.
him as well.
every game.
Bombard's just standing by idly, going to decide to fight. And Villagers, if he's quick, he should be able to repair.
Nope.
Not
Gets
going to get
the
it
kill.
off.
Great mic there by Beasty
What a
Still, I
clean
think
takeoff,
Lennox
brother.
in a 30-minute
42
game
army.
was not on stone at all today.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I was actually thinking about that a bit earlier. I'd love for him to come out and drop a keep down right outside Beastyqt's base.
Oh, some placements on those towers, they're cheaper for HRE.
Yeah, and then he just
That's a
comes
really
out
good
and
point.
like
We see him
fucking
continuing to push forward.
annihilates me.
Beastyqt definitely not happy with that loss, and now the Streltsy, I say Streltsy, but those are hand cannoneers come out.
Khan is falling as well. Henkin is obviously beautiful against the Men-at-Arms.
Yeah, I
More
remember
armies
thinking about
pushing
that
in,
game, like, what the fuck did I
not
do?
happy with how this one went. He picked Mongols to counter the Holy Roman Empire, but Lennox too strong.
Hey, those were the times. Picking Mongol to counter HRE. Now if you pick Mongol to counter HRE, you're a moron. It's like, you do not counter HRE with Mongol, I can tell you that.
With his defense.
Very well played by Lennox, and you see him as cool as a cucumber, falling below 90 heart rate for the first time today. Even when he's sleeping, he doesn't drop that low, but he is in full control right now. He is looking very good.
Look at that. And where do we expand if you're the Mongol player now? Right-hand side looks tricky. Left-hand side, what's even there? A bit of a wood line. Yeah, I can see that. Trying to defend in the center
I feel like
there.
the casting was also a lot more like, how do I call it? Like, for wider audiences. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not like, oh, where is he gonna get his gold? He needs gold for the upgrades. It nearly says, where is he going to expand his economy next? Right? Do you know what I mean? Casual, yeah, maybe. Maybe that is a better way to cast. I don't know, actually. Yeah, like more accessible, more just.
With some Mongols, with some Bombards, but all your food economy is at the frontier.
Yeah, look at those poor sheep. He's got to be so careful not to lose them. You can see
Very
he's got plenty of those
pleasant
sheep in there.
cast.
Observe
No,
how
no,
many
no,
sheep
no,
have we
no.
got here. Vodka's going to do a quick check for us. I'm curious to see. It looks like he's got more sheep than he's got military. 27 sheep, 14 military. It's not going to be enough.
Oh man, this is like Ireland here. More sheep than people on the field. 80
Perfect,
population.
thanks for sure,
and
Fab, brother,
Lennox
appreciate
is
it.
pushing in.
Thank
More
you.
Mongols going down. Beastyqt, quite some fighting spirit, but 80 population, he can't do it. GG, Lennox on the scoreboard.
He's
But you hear that? Like, even that sentence, listen to this.
Population and Lennox is pushing in. More Mongols going down. Beastyqt, quite some fighting spirit, but 80 population. he
Quite
can't
some
do it.
fighting
GG,
spirit, but 80
Lennox on the
population.
scoreboard.
He's on the scoreboard,
what I
ladies
mean?
and gentlemen. If you
It's a
wanted
lot
to see a
different
reverse
than
sweep,
today.
well, I got good news to you. It looks like it's getting started. Lennox gets back on the scoreboard. He's got one game finally, and Beastyqt, you can see a little bit upset. Not particularly happy with that one. Lennox.
Later on, by the way, Drongo went and casted that game on his YouTube channel. He said, guys, we're here with the grand finals, Beasty versus Lennox. Let me show you this game, and it's the loss. I don't know if that happened, but it probably did.
Going to be celebrating a little bit, maybe a fist bump or two out of him, potentially.
Yeah, but he's respectful, so went outside the room, then he's like, Chaka!
Yeah, then you do it.
And then he went.
Oh, look, we have this.
Got a lot
Wait,
of
how
good
did the
options.
draft work? I don't even remember. Oh, shit. Wait, was there no... There was no Civ bans? Oh, I remember. I think the way this worked, I might be wrong, because we only had 8 Civs and it was 9 maps, there was no bans, and then if it comes down to game 9, you can free pick any Civ or something like that. Drongo left professional live casting because there's always a possibility to cast your winning games. True. Yeah, so it was like, you can see the drafting was, well, there was no drafting, I guess, for the finals because we didn't have enough civs. Ainz, thanks so much for a research, brother. Appreciate it.
Beasty, on the other hand, not a lot of civs to pick from. Look at that. Holy Roman.
So, So Linok had French and Rus, which were obviously very good, and I had Abbasid, Atri, China. I don't think Atri was played a lot. I don't think maybe I did. I don't remember. I know China was considered like the worst civ or one of the worst, other than against Abbasid. So China wasn't played like at all, right? HRE wasn't played? Yeah, I don't remember when I started practicing HRE. Like practicing it a shit ton, but if I didn't play, I mean, maybe I just planned it for another map, I'm not sure.
Empire, you wouldn't really want to be playing that on high view. Chinese, definitely not. Abbasid.
So so high view, by the way, was like Rus map. The two maps you played Rus on, like exclusively, literally, like if those maps are in, you played Rus there, was Mongolian Heights and high view. High view had more wolves. Okay, Jiggly, have a good one. Jiggly, by the way, congrats. Everyone give congrats to Jiggly Turd. He got married. But listen, your unban was like 12 hours long. So have a good one. Back into the jail. Yeah, congrats, Jiggly Turd. Congrats. Yeah, we all cried. So Rus was played on high view because there was more wolves there, and Rus used to get a bounty by killing wolves and deer. And sheep, actually, and sheep. So you always played Rus either there or Mongolian, because Rus had fishing ships that are like the best for Mongolian Heights. So it was only like you played Rus there, basically. There was, let me tell you, there was a lot of mirrors on Mongolian Heights with Rus versus Rus in high view. A lot.
I mean, Abbasid's probably your best bet here. Now, Linok's going to know that. So he says, all right, what's my counter to Abbasid?
Ooh.
Rus, apparently.
Rus.
Counter.
Yeah, and that could be quite some aggressive play. Quick reminder. Game 6, 7, and 8 will use the remaining civilizations. So Chinese, French, and Chinese Holy Roman Empire will be used in game number 7 and 8. Then we jump into game number 9. And there we have one more ban, and then pick another civilization.
Oh, there you go.
3 maps to go. It is the 2 home maps, Mongolian Heights and Lipany. They could have picked
Wait, what is this?
A little bit slower on the right.
Most played, no wins with English? Well, okay, until that point, I did win that game with English. Kick W. Most played Civ French. I don't know if you guys know, but my win rate with French, comparing to my other Civs, I had highest win rate with French by far in tournaments. There used to be a track kept of this. I don't think it's kept anymore. But you could see what your win rate was with each Civ in pro matches. My French was like 75% or something, or 80%. Only player who's undefeated with Abbasid. 3-0. Beat Mista 4-3 in quarterfinals? I don't remember that quarterfinals. Beat Marino 4-1. I remember that one. He fucking crunched him. Best Civs by win rate, English and HRE. Best Civs by win rate, HRE and Abbasid. Maybe I did play HRE here already then. Because this is the win rates for the tournament. So maybe I did play HRE already. I thought I did. Okay, and this is the final game.
Heavy Camel Archer together with Horseman. That's another option that he's got. We actually see he's just going for spears, and he's even getting the veteran or the feudal spear upgrade.
Yeah.
So the meta for Rus, if I remember, was Abbey of Trinity, Fast Castle,
but as we said, Hardened Spearman,
Man-at-Arms or Horse Archers, right? But in this game he went for Man-at-Arms because I'm playing Abbasid. So I think he just tried to mass Man-at-Arms and like win the game, but I scouted it like immediately. So he tried to do a counter push. Or not counter push, he just tried to do a push.
Played a little bit differently from most players.
Sacred Side's now being controlled, but that's mainly because a relic is next to it. Wants to go for 5 relics. Sacred Side, a bit of a weird position. Now goes for the control at the top. Likely to be 5 relics in the end.
Could we see a Wallalow up towards the north? I
First.
want to stay up there because if Lennox paying attention, he might be thinking about doing it. He's heading in towards the villagers. He's about to pass them through.
No.
Let's see if he
Last
presses the
hour.
button.
No, just wants to get those relics home. Wants to get to the 5 relic advantage.
diving
Still
my
some more
base.
control left-hand side. Oh, misplaced.
Yeah, a little bit of a misplay right there, but now forcing underneath the town center. You can see the defense coming through. Beasty beginning to bowl ahead in the villager count as well. Warrior Monk falling onto that sacred side. Action all over the map right now. And Lennox really fighting for his
I
tournament.
remember
40 villagers only.
I was
though.
like
yeah,
fucking-
he got some relics. Will get up to 4.
when I saw. I remember this game very well. When I saw Fast Castle and when I saw Barracks, I was like, oh god, I'm gonna die. Yori Laser, thank you, brother. Hope StarCraft's going well. Thank you for a resub. Yeah, and good luck in it. When is your tournament, Laser? So I remember this game. So I saw Fast Castle and I see Barracks, and I'm like, oh god, he's gonna like commit to Man-at-Arms. And I was like, if I just gotta hold. I just gotta hold. I just gotta not die because I was on 2TC.
More than 4 relics with how much.
And in this
RPGs
matchup, if you're 2TC versus Rus, you will have way better eco. You just can't die to Man-at-Arms.
QA has on the field right now.
Yeah, BC looking
In 2.5
very strong.
weeks,
He's beginning
damn,
to
so you
build up
got
that mass.
a way to go.
Obviously got the higher villager count. Now look at the resources he's stacking
Okay.
up as well.
Good luck,
Expect to see
brother.
crossbows. Expect to see plenty of knights.
So I'm making crossbows and I'm counter pushing
So quick to
immediately.
react.
We got knights, we got horsemen, we got spearmen, we got men-at-arms.
Yeah, BC looking very strong right now on this Abbasid.
And I'm
It's
pushing,
impressive to
brother.
see-
I'm pushing right
Separated
now.
the bot.
He's on the
You can see
food.
he's up
I'm
by 17
snacking
now.
now.
So looking very strong.
Decapping them
Town
sacred
center.
sites.
He already killed all the deer, had the extra scouts.
Polino put
just feels
second
so
town
natural
center.
for
He
Rus.
wants to catch
Now
up in
he's
that
transitioning to
eco.
farms. He's got.
He's got them relics.
Misclicked.
The one thing to note is that when it comes to the late game, the Rus do have the advantage. Even up against the Abbasid, which are quite strong, they can make siege out on the field, as
Dude,
we see right
Streltsy
now.
used to be
But the Rus still
insane.
have that advantage because of their extra
Streltsy
range
used to
on
be
the squirrels.
batshit insane.
But now, Beasty going to be heading towards that hunt. It could have been taken away, could have been denied by Lennox, but it wasn't. So now, yeah, a bit of a tough spot.
Late.
They still are? Bro, but they were way better before. Like, they were way, way better before.
Lennox
It's not
surviving.
even close. And this was the final push. I was like, this is how you played Abbasid, like, yeah, back in the day, by the way. You went 2TC, then you age up, and you just mass units and mass siege and you push. What is happening? Why is it...
A Mangonel or two would have been very effective against those villagers, but now
What's
we
this?
see that once again. That
It's
looks like
all
the
or
Rus
nothing,
Warrior
baby.
Monk could be
We're
falling
going
back with
in.
that relic.
We are
this
going
will be-
in.
He moved low HP as well. I don't even think he can start a conversion.
Oof,
Springle
it's a
now
money
coming
shot.
in, trying to snipe the Mangles. Conversion pushes villagers away. Solid Springle connections here by Lennox.
Yeah, Lennox doing a pretty good job. Cleans up
It's
both
a money
of those
shot right
Mangonels,
there.
but the keep does go up.
Look at
this is
look
going to
at
mean that
Lennox
it's almost
army. It
impossible
ain't good
for
enough. It
Lennox to
ain't
push
good
into
enough,
this position.
brother. The tower's
Keep Money
going up.
doesn't
The
actually
keep
have
is
a
going
military
up.
advantage. It's
The
73
Rams
versus
are
40. He
ramming.
is up against the edge of the rope right now. Is there anything he can possibly do to come back into this game, Nearly?
Oh, I don't really see
Beasty
the
now
options here.
shake, Beasty
Beastyqt is
now
just
shake.
looking so strong. Tries to pump out another trap, but instantly gets denied. Units are already there, and his economy is in shambles.
Beasty looking very calm, cool, and collected. He's sitting on 85 heart rate right now. You can see the men at arms just chasing down these expensive Springles. The Trebuchet going to begin unpacking and heading towards the I guess the
Look at
keep is probably the
men-at-arms.
best place to unload, but you can see just how much damage is coming out. Springles go down. He's trying his best to heal those up, but both of them go
Not
down. There's
today,
one that's
brother.
remaining. Fighting down on the farms here, Nearly. It's not looking pretty right now. Lennox definitely up against the ropes.
Look at that. The
Yo, look at my face, bro. I knew I
Arms here,
was
Nearly. It's
winning.
not
Look
looking
at my
pretty right
face.
now.
Look at
Lennox
my-
definitely up against the ropes.
I
Look
knew,
at that. The
I
smile
knew
is
I
already
got
coming in
that.
for Beastyqt. He knows what's up. He will put the second keep in, and he just sees. Oh
I'm
God,
rallying.
making
I'm
all the
cranking
moves
units
to finish
right
this
now.
one off, to maybe make
More
a final
Rams.
happen.
Beasty is definitely looking incredibly strong, but Lennox not the kind of guy to tap out at this point in time. You can see his heart rate starting to move up a little bit higher for Lennox. He's going to be trying to put down a keep of his own.
This guy's
At the same time,
everywhere.
there's not enough villagers here, and they're getting completely wrecked by the army that's down there. Beasty now pushing down towards the center. The second keep goes up. More battering rams over on the left-hand side, and those villagers get pulled,
Wow.
trying to do damage, but at the same time, the boiling oil from that
Wow.
keep is doing so much work. Dylan.
So much work.
Bro, I'm
indeed,
dying.
and
Look at
those
my
villagers
heart
have
rate.
to
I'm
escape.
dying.
Ram even safe. More rams being built in the back. back, and so
Did you see that? Insufficient wood when you repair a keep, because repairing keeps used to take wood and not stone. I forgot about that.
So much blue now rolling into red space, close to 100 population advantage.
Yeah, this is not looking good for Leenock. I think this might be a good game. I suspect he's probably going to try and stay in this fight for a little bit longer. He is, I mean, he's known as the Korean steamroller, but it definitely seems like he is out of steam right now as the head goes on the hand. A classic esports, tongue out the cheek, and oh, I think he's typing in GG. It might be over, ladies and gentlemen. Good game gets called. Beastyqt is your victor. $100,000 N4C winner, 5-1. Congratulations.
What an incredible performance by our Serbian. What a run through it. He had such a tough group stage, went through 3-2, second in the group, and yesterday with the big W, 4-3 game against VortiX, went to distance, crazy set, and today looked unbeatable, 5-1 in the finals.
Absolute insane play today.
Love that.
Leenock, I don't know what was up with him today. Definitely didn't seem like he was in the same gear that he was up against in the Marine Lord, but by the same token, all credit going over to Beastyqt. Outdrafted him completely, and we now hear the players clapping for Beastyqt as he begins coming out. Beasty, congratulations.
Thank you.
Big smile. That's a big smile right there. I reckon it's time we head over to that.
That's right, boy. Okay, that was good. Good times. I remember when I won that tournament, $100,000 tournament. Fucking love that. Wasn't first place 100,000, but it was a $100,000 tournament. Is Leenock still playing? No, he just kind of quit. I wonder what happened with Leenock, because he just kind of stopped playing. Like, he didn't really say anything, he just stopped playing. I feel bad for him. Guys, I just want to show you this. It's funny. Like, okay, listen, he's not playing anymore, so he's not going to feel sad about this. Sometimes I go to bed at night and I wonder, did I contribute to Leenock quitting? It was a distraction, and all these were, or most of these are like big tournaments, by the way. Poor Leenock. One of my funniest memories about my tournaments and stuff was, and Marika was there. We were at Red Bull, and let me show you. It was this one, the first Red Bull that happened, where I played against Leenock in quarterfinals. So they're doing drawings, right? And they're doing them live, and all the players are watching, right? So they draw. Mista will be placed here. Magic is placed here. Beasty is placed here, and then Poppy Paw is placed here. So now they're drawing second round of players.
I enjoyed it a lot.
And
get some good rest
I think they went in a row, but it doesn't matter. Like the exact, it doesn't matter. So they draw, Mista will be playing, and then they draw Recon or something like that, right? Magic will be playing Lucifer. So then here, and me and Poppy Paw. And Leenock is watching like 3 desks away from me with his then girlfriend, now his wife. So he's watching and he's holding like this. And they're drawing and they're, opening the little ball, and they're like, Beastyqt will be playing. And then they show Leenock. And Leenock goes, ugh. He like visibly gasps. And he was just like, ugh. And his girlfriend comes and taps him on the shoulder. But I saw that, I felt so bad for him, because he could never beat me, and he was just like, he would rather play anyone at that point, and he was just like, oh. And I look over to him and I was like, Leenock, are you ready for tomorrow? And he's like, oh. It was so funny. Yeah, he had a huge mental block. Like he would have played against anybody, and yeah, it was so funny. And the thing is, like, I was obviously, I was confident against him, but when he did that, I was like, obviously even more confident, So it was, it was fun times. LAN tournaments are always fun. You get to hang out with people, you get to be with people, see people, talk to people, and all the good stuff. So yeah, that's it. You guys requested it. We've done it. My first tournament, LAN tournament, S-tier tournament win. Actually, was that my first S-tier tournament as well? I'm not sure. I know it was my definitely first LAN tournament win. But was it an S-tier tournament? Oh, it was! Oh, that's a okay. Yeah, it was. So that was my S tier, first S tier tournament as well. Love that. Yeah, there it is, brother. So yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you, brothers, for watching. Subathon is over soon. Copium. If you're watching on Twitch, keep going.